Hello, welcome back to another Ace Attorney, Phoenix Wright. Wait, Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. Justice for all. That's how, at least how the category is worded in Twitch. But yes, so we're once again back with another one, where last we stopped was finishing the second investigation. And now we'll be continuing with the second part of the trial. And also, yes, if you're wondering why I look like this, it's because when this is recorded, it's during October. And during October, all my models, including the one that you're, including this session, will be changed to something spooky. And this was made last year. It's not something recent, although probably for those who are not new to the channel. But yes, made this bit inspired from, how do you say, mixture of Hellsing and Devil May Cry. So yes, if you can, I'm sure you can see the influence in it. Although I had Castlevania in my mind, so maybe there's some you can see as well in it. But yes. Happy to be doing lots of stuff for Spooktober. Anyways, I babbled too much now because today's not all the other stuff, but this thing, right? We're going to be fighting in court as a vampire. Anyhow, it's kind of lame. We shall be moving on now. All right. Without further ado, let's start a game. Oh no, not this one. Oh no, not. I went back. Let me just. Okay. It's this one. All right, it's this one. Right. You didn't see any of that? I'm totally fine. Okay. Totally fine. So without further ado, let's start a game. Alright. June 22nd, 9:51 AM, District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. Also, am I really that dark? I mean, I'm Jake 9, but do I have to be that? Let me just see if I can adjust this. Like just the opacity for this. Not too dark. No, don't need to be dark. Alright. This doesn't require that much as well. I think this would be better. Alright. Okay, I guess we can start now. Alright. June 22nd, 9:51 AM, District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. Nick? Yeah? Did you know that Von Karma's daughter is only 18? Just like me? Oh. 18? Yes. In real life, that's not really possible. Or maybe it's possible, but... like... maybe a million person in one person would be able to achieve that? Or more than that, probably. Yeah. Why? I was just thinking about how strong she is. I mean, she's been in Germany all this time, all by herself. And she's so grown up. Yeah, I'm sure she felt a lot of pressure from her father's reputation. And then you look at me, and, well, I'm the daughter of the master. I'm still just a little girl. And on top of that, I'm the suspect in a murder trial. Oh, well, not just this once. I think you're really strong too, Maya. all you've gone through. Yes, you are really strong. Also, apologies if you're hearing like rain. Unfortunately, it's raining season, so it would rain during the day and even rain during the night, apparently. So, again, sorry for the audio quality for tonight. Hopefully, it's not too apparent.
Good morning. The two of you look like you're doing well today. I'm happy for you. Hey, morning, Pearly. You'll be safe today, Mystic Maya.
Huh?
What do you mean? My mother is coming today to show her support.
Oh, she's gonna be a witness against us. I'm sure of it.
Yeah, that's right, Pearly.
Hey, Pearls.
Yes, Mr. Nick?
Do you think you could do me a big favor? Could you channel me out today too?
Huh? I was sort of hoping to sit in the audience today and watch.
Please, it's very important to me. I don't feel confident enough without her help.
Mr. Nick, it's enough. You can't show weakness in front of the person you love.
But Pearly, not this again. Please, can you do this for us, Pearls?
Alright, I'll do it. I'll do it for Mystic Maya's sake. See you later then. I'll leave you to your alone time.
Yeah, thank goodness.
Nick?
This way, Pearls won't be able to see today's trial.
What do you mean? What's going on?
Yes, I know what's going to be going on. Mother is in on it. Abetting murder. Aid and abetting murder. June 22, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 2. Wait. Let me just do this. Yep. Court is now in session for the trial of Maya Fey. The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Let's start already. Mr. Phoenix Wright, I look forward to tonight's news with great joy. The image of your defeated face will be transmitted all over the world.
All over the world, huh? Sounds like you've made quite a name for yourself, Phoenix.
Don't be foolish. You foolish fool wearing the foolishly foolish clothes. The famous one is me. I'm the prodigy who has never lost a case since becoming a prosecutor 5 years ago. Naturally, the world's eyes are on me as I conduct my first trial in this country. That's nice, Miss Von Karma. Glad to see you're in such good spirits today, Miss Fey.
It's true what they say. Women really are scary when they fight. Go. Now then, a very interesting theory was presented during yesterday's session. Oh, I totally forgot. What was it? I was gone not just yesterday. I was gone for a week.
That defendant could have left the channeling chamber, correct?
Yes, and this is proof of that. This key, the only key to the channeling chamber, was not where it should have been.
Your Honor, I would like to say one thing before we begin.
All right, let's hear it.
The prosecution has determined that from the time of the murder to the time of arrest, the defendant did indeed leave the room at one point.
What? But, Miss Von Karma, then how do you explain this picture? Are you saying then that the person in this picture is not the defendant?
I believe said that wasn't the event. I never said that wasn't the defendant.
Then what is the meaning of this?
All I'm saying is that Maya Fey, after killing the victim, exited the room. And I believe that his vanished if he dropped his key.
Can you substantiate your claim?
Isn't that what I'm here for? The prosecution would like to call the defendant's aunt, Morgan Fay, to the stand. Just as I suspected, Aunt Morgan. Poor Mia. She seems really torn by this. Witness, name and occupation? My name is Morgan Fay. Oh no, I have no idea how to do her voice. And I am a spirit medium in a manner of speaking.
I'm sorry, but what do you mean in a manner of speaking?
I don't think anyone really cares. Now then, after the murder took place, we kept watch over the defendant, correct?
How do I do her voice again? It's like it's like proud. It's high, but not really that high.
Yes, that is correct. I performed the spirit severing technique on Mystic Maya then.
Spirit severing technique?
A technique to remove a spirit from a body and send it back to the other world. That is...
Yes, that is...
You, be quiet. Now, witness. Something happened while you were performing this technique, correct? Yes, that is correct.
What in the world could...
Mystic Maya. She escaped from this room.
What?
And here we come to the heart of the matter. Maya Fay, while in the possessed state, managed to escape from the channeling chamber.
Order! 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 Miss Fay, please testify to this court what happened during that time.
Your Honor, I will try my best. I think someone just upped the ante on this trial.
Oh no, their voices are all too similar. I need more wacky characters.
After we heard the gunshots, those two broke the door open and entered the chamber. I requested that Mr. Wright and the other lady please contact the police. A pistol was hanging from Mystic Maya's hand and she was in a daze. Then, quite suddenly, she thrusted me away from herself and escaped from the room. With great strength, she hit the base of my neck and I fainted for a short while.
Okay.
I'm afraid I have no knowledge of where she went after that.
You're lying. Well, not really. Part of it, I guess. Why have you hidden this until now?
I did not wish to cause more trouble for Mystic Maya. However, I must correct falsities when they arise. That's right. She is simply correcting a falsity, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Why is she making a point to take a stab at me? Never mind. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
My aunt is a very smart and sly person. It's going to be hard for us to find a crack in her testimony.
Indeed. So, I feel like we need to press something here. Yes, that is correct. Mr. Wright and the other lady, please contact the police. I'm gonna press this. What is really necessary to have two people do something so simple as call the police? If there was a possibility of escape, then one of us should have stayed behind. Yes, that is a very good point.
At that time, I myself was a little confused. On top of which, there was another.
Another what, madam?
Oh, it's nothing. No need to concern yourself.
I want to hear the end of that sentence. Question further. There was another reason you wanted both of us out there, wasn't there? You must testify. Why did you chase us out of the room?
I simply did not wish for there to be more victims. The lives of both the good sir and the cameraman woman were being in danger, is what I thought to myself.
That's bullshit.
Well, that was very noble of you, Miss May.
This is bad. Now people have a good impression of her and bad one of us.
Looks like she caught us napping. It's my aunt for you.
Are you satisfied now, Mr. Wright? Miss May, please continue.
Hang on, Maya. During our investigation, you stated that you struck the defendant on the head, and this strike caused Maya to lose consciousness. Do you stand by this statement?
I'm afraid I don't. That statement I gave you was a lie.
You're lying. Why would you lie about something like that?
It is very painful for me to say this, however.
The witness was lying to cover for the defendant. She was covering for Maya? Question further. So, you were covering for the defendant?
Well, yes. It was only later that I was informed of what had occurred. That the renegade Mystic Maya had done something very unexpected.
Something very unexpected? What? Pray tell, did you... Oh!
This witness didn't and could have seen what happened. If you want to know what this unexpected thing was, there is always later.
Yes, very well.
Why does it suddenly feel like there's a rock in the pit of my stomach? Now, witness, continue with what happened. Alright. Was it really that easy for her to escape from you?
I'm ashamed to admit to such a thing. However, yes.
But you are physically larger and stronger than the defendant. There's no way she could have escaped from you so easily. Have you forgotten already, Mr. Phoenix Wright? What about this picture? Remember that at the time, the defendant was not physically Maya Fey.
Growing old is such a mysterious thing. Trust me, I know firsthand.
Basically, Mystic Maya's body was still that of the nurse she caught cold.
But if she had run away, wouldn't you have given chase right away?
Well, yes, I would have. However,
you fainted. You fainted.
I became dizzy and then collapsed onto the floor.
How long were you unconscious?
I'm not sure. About 10 minutes, perhaps.
And the defendant almost certainly went somewhere in that time.
Happy witness, elaborate on that point for us.
Is that because you were unconscious?
Why, yes.
Great. Well, now what? Question further. So while you were unconscious, you have absolutely no idea where the defendant went.
I would think that's obvious, good sir.
If that's true, then how can you know for sure that the defendant left the channeling chamber at all?
Well, now that you mention it, I have to wonder myself.
Yeah, it sounds like bullshit.
It's true that the witness is not able to confirm this. But the key word here is this witness.
What do you mean by that? It means she has another witness up her sleeve, that's what. It looks like Miss Von Karma is ready to move on to her next witness. Oh, we just needed to press enough.
That's enough. From what I can tell, there is nothing wrong with this witness's testimony. And from what she has said, we can establish that Maya Fey did leave the chamber.
I hope this isn't going to come back and bite us in the butt. Well, it will, definitely.
Now, let's take the next logical step and ask,
where did the defendant go after leaving the channeling chamber?
Yes, that is exactly...
Be quiet, you. Now then, what the escapee had done was she had gone to speak with a certain person.
She went to speak with someone?
Who was it?
The prosecution calls Miss Eeny Meeny, who was sleeping in the side room at the time.
Enemy? I think you can see where this is headed. Definitely can. Who would have thunk? Sister that is pretending to be the sister has some beef with us, or in the case.
Witness, name and occupation. Okay, so my name is like Inimini. Like researching like parapsychology stuff at the university.
What is this parapsychology?
Let's see. It's like, I guess most people call it occult stuff.
Even if that's what most people call it, I can't say I understand what that means.
Then I suggest you go home and research it yourself.
Yes, sir.
Now then, Miss Min, after the murder took place, you spoke with the defendant, Maya Fey. Is this correct? Well, like, I guess. If that's the case, then let's hear your testimony. That is alright, isn't it, Your Honor?
Yes, sir.
For the love of all things good, Your Honor, have some spine for my sake. Yeah, the judge is kindly useless, although he's not like he's like righteous and stuff, but he's easily intimidated. Which I don't think there's like a judge would have. I don't think in real life judges are like that at all. I don't think there is even an exception. All judges have to be stern, have to be strict, have to be professional. All that. They won't let anyone bully them. Okay.
Like, when the challenge started, I was like sleeping in a side room. Like, a little later, someone came into the room, like, really suddenly. It was like, oh my god, totally my sister. I like hadn't seen her in like so long. I was so happy in like a sad way. My sister, she like told me something like totally terrible.
Okay.
Now hold your horses, young lady. You're saying the person that entered was your sister? Don't you mean the defendant, Maya Fey?
Really now, Your Honor? Maya Fey was still in the middle of channeling at that time.
Are you saying that the spirit was the spirit of this witness's sister?
Yes, Mimi Mini. She was a nurse at Dr. Gray's clinic.
Oh, well, this is...
Witness? Like, yeah? In your testimony, you mentioned a terrible thing. Why don't you tell the court what this terrible thing was? I'm sure we'd love to hear about it. Like, do I totally, like, really have to? Of course.
Miss Minnie, please.
My sister, like, this is what she said to me. There was no accident. I was drugged with sleeping pills. I was murdered by that person.
Sorry, you know, even though the music is serious, I'm like trying to mimic her retelling the story.
That's why I took my revenge. That's only fair, isn't it? Any?
She took her revenge. Are you sure that's what she said?
Yes. There, are you satisfied, Your Honor?
I still can't believe it. I can't believe that a spirit would go so far as to use a medium to get revenge.
It is a bit hard to swallow. However, all the evidence and testimonies point to this as the truth. The end.
What do you think, Mr. Wright? It certainly seems like all the loose ends are accounted for.
This tested me just now. Was it all made up? Was it just one huge lie? Of course it was, Phoenix. Mia, what do you mean? It's well constructed, but that's all it is. But even the most well-spun lies can be undone. We can do it, Phoenix. Let's find that one loose thread and unwind this tapestry of lies. Your Honor, there's room for doubt, so the defense will cross-examine this witness. We believe that our cross-examination will reveal the real truth behind this murder. Yet again, the foolish fool spouts out more foolishly foolish drabble. I wonder if you'll make this one more entertaining than the last.
Yes, we will. It's always going to be crazy. Courtroom craziness.
Right, so I totally don't know what's... I totally don't know what's right, what's wrong, what's contradictory, because I totally just read them all like a robot, but alright. Like when channeling started, I was like sleeping in a side room. Just gonna press this. Was that because of your sesame allergy? Was it? Like, that's right. I think there were sesame seeds like in a lunch lady served that day. I had this premonition it was going to totally be a city day. Yes, indeed.
I see.
Am I the only one who missed the boat here?
Anyway, so you were taking a nap. Did something happen while you were sleeping?
Just press everything, then only determine whether there's something to contradict. Hey, they say, yo chick, insane beautiful, I'm loving it. Especially the lines and outfit. Hey, yeah, thank you. Oh, I need to do this. I've hands as well. Well, but yes, thank you. I made this last year for Spooktober as well. It's super cool that you're a vampire. Yay! Well, only for this month, although it can be redeemed. Redeeming this year. Nice. Yeah, I saw very, cute and attractive, might I say. But yes, hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good day. Or yes, good day. But yeah. Let me give you a shout out. You're always giving me a shout out when I come into your streams. Let me do that for you as well. Cyberpunk. I'm guessing you're going to be playing Cyberpunk as well tonight. Being lazy, I want to make pizza, but it's so cool. Oh, pizza. I haven't had pizza for so long. I've been craving pizza for so many times, but well, there's many food in Malaysia, so I'm always have other options. You check, no problem. But yes, whenever I have the opportunity to use 3D model, it would be this one. This model for the entire month. Not shouting out people I know stream. I see. Yeah. I try to remember. I always forget to shout out to people because I'm just so too focused on what I'm trying to do. Whether it's playing game or talking about something. But yes, hope you're doing well. And yeah, let me continue doing this cross-examination, which I probably will suck at it and fail a lot. Do you know the time? Maybe a little before 11 a.m. Something like that, I think. It's so cool to see what people are up to and if anything embarrassing has happened. Yeah, I guess I don't know. So I don't have clips showing for shoutouts, simply because I want to avoid anyone that's uncomfortable having their video show up. So, but that's just me, It's not really strictly a bad thing or anything. It's just, I would say, a preference of how I take care of people that come to my stream. Ask people before you shout out with clips. I guess, but I would say the default is for me is like much safer. 11 a.m. Yeah, like my stomach is totally ready for like food. No, I think you misunderstood me. I'm not asking what time is it now. I meant what time was it when someone came into your room? Oh, so like that's what you meant. Like should have been more like clear about it. Sorry, my bad. Like I have 2 commands, wait, 1 clips and 1 none. Oh, I see. I'll probably look into it because yeah, that's true. You can actually make 2 different commands, one for just a simple shout, one with a shout with a clip. Good, smart. No, it's okay. Like it's really. That's it. Why'd you stop mid-sentence? Twitch has its own tool called Shoutout. Oh, yeah. Twitch has that as well. I've used that as well before, you know. Although it doesn't really tell me what they were streaming last time, you know. But yeah, I've done that as well. That's it. Did I? So, like, what was I talking about again? Never mind. Witness about this person who entered the site room. Time limit, so yeah, I have to wait a while. Yeah, it has like a minute time limit or something. So if multiple people rated you, I can't use it. Are you absolutely sure? I guess? You guess? Was it or was it not your sister who entered? Like, I don't know. I mean, like, I totally don't know your sister at all, Mr. Smith. First off, my name is not Mr. Smith. Second, I'm an only child. But more than that, she's managed to mess up the question with her answer.
Well, Mr. Wright.
The defense rests. Well, that was a colossal waste of our time. Now then, witness, how did you feel when you saw Miss Minnie? You were happy in a sad way. Yeah, like, I mean, it wasn't my sister. But wouldn't most people react here with surprise at seeing a dead loved one alive again? But like, maybe if I was, like, someone who didn't know about, like, the occult, but, like, know all about the Korean channeling technique. The point here is the witness immediately recognized that it was her sister. Yeah, like, what she said. Should I drop this line of questioning? Question further. So you really didn't think anything strange of the whole encounter? No. Like, there wasn't any reason for me to, like, think anything was strange. But... Ow! Don't keep battering her. You know the phrase, objection? Could you try using that once in a while?
Mr. Wright, this question of what the witness felt when she saw her sister, is it really that important?
It is very important. It is very important, although I haven't quite figured out what it is yet. But I've got to bluff for now and make it seem like I know what I'm talking about.
All right, Mr. Wright. Miss Minnie, please amend your testimony.
Like, okay. I'm like totally cool with that. Totally normal. So there was nothing odd at all about your sister's appearance. Like, yeah, nothing was like weird. Mia's talking to herself like she's found something wrong. That's impossible. Like, is everything okay? can I like go on? And it's definitely at fault for something I don't trust her. Yeah, Ini, it is, I would say, very, very, with all the investigation done, she's most likely, the culprit. Totally normally, I think I can object to that. I'm gonna do this. I'm most likely wrong, so yeah. Because, oh, I'm not wrong. Okay. That was a very well spun lie, Miss Ini. What are you babbling about this time, Mr. Phoenix Wright? It's well constructed, but that's all it is. Stealing my lines now, are we, Phoenix? Miss Minnie, may I remind you of what you said? You said that there was nothing strange about your sister's appearance. Like, yeah, and... But I don't think that's what you were thinking at all. Take a look at this picture. This is a picture of the sister you met. I would think that even you would be surprised if someone appeared before you like this. The blood spray. Miss Minnie, why did you not include the blood you saw in your testimony? If you were really testifying and not lying, you would have noted it right off the bat.
Order! Order! Miss Minnie, what is the meaning of this?
Also, I think her hat, I think she's supposed to be referencing some sort of like her name has supposed to have a pun. Maybe it's like related to pastry or something. That's why she's eating it like that. Yo, Chick, I'm curious. Have you ever had a case and a client been to all this stuff? A case and a client and been to all this stuff? To clarify, although I'm a lawyer, but there are very many different kinds of lawyers. I'm the kind that doesn't go to the court. I'm the kind that only does, I would say, either office work slash how do you say, processing, filing, documentation stuff with the government slash with the government, i.e. the courts or the government authorities, government departments, which specifically relates to stuff that involves properties. So yeah, to make a long story short, basically a lawyer that deals with buying and selling a property or transferring a dealing of any kind that relates to properties. I don't know where else people call it. It's but we're called conveyancing lawyers. Conveyancing lawyers, yeah. All lawyers that do conveyance and all that stuff. Want to share an idea on documentation? Yes. I think I only been in a room like this once in my life, and that was shocking. It can be quite intimidating if you've never been in this sort of environment. I've been, I would say I've been in one a few times. It's very intimidating. There was one time I guess the most I went into was for the purpose of legal aid. Basically, when you're doing some sort of internship before you become a lawyer, you have to do like sort of like volunteer work, and one of it involves like helping with foreigners, like processing their, how do you say, immigration breach in law. It's some minor criminal offenses, but it involves like immigration. For example, if someone crossed the borders with faulty passport, or their passports are expired, that kind of like minor offense, we were helping the foreigners process it and then get them an actual lawyer to represent them, to at least have someone represent them, and make sure nothing, everything is going accordingly to in the court trial processes. Language changes a lot. Yeah, it changes a lot. But yeah, I would say, yeah, it's not a friendly how do you say, environment. It's always scary. But I would say going once is a good experience. I would say most people might have that experience, or probably in relation to traffic summons or traffic offenses. Because if, for example, if you don't pay your fines, the thing, police always fines you for some traffic offense. If you don't pay it on time, you will be subpoenaed, I guess, in a way, forced to go to court to quote unquote attend a trial. But in actuality, it's you go there to explain yourself, why haven't you paid? But really, just give any legitimate explanation, and the court will just like, yeah, just pay it and move along. It's mostly that. But a lot of people get scared of it. I probably would as well be scared if I was summoned to the court for a criminal offense I did. Like that, there's no way to argue anything. No one would in their sane mind argue that they were not guilty of traffic offenses in this sort of like situation. The court would also probably be angry if you could plead, if you don't want to try plead not guilty, because that would be wasting their time. It was a school-related trip, but it was allowed for us to watch the trial because it was an open one in a way. Yeah, well, that's good. I believe, in Malaysia, there's not really, schools don't really have that kind of trip, I guess. Only time I've heard that you could go to a court is most likely when you're training to become a lawyer. Normal people call it internship, but we call it chambering. But yeah, very sidetracked, but I guess kind of relevant to what we're doing right now. But yeah, thank you for us raising this question.
Miss Mitty.
I'm thinking. Don't interrupt me.
Oh, no.
And what are you stammering about, Your Honor?
Well,
That witness, the personality, the completely 180 turn there. Here they have it open and free. You can just attend. Just be informed that seats are limited and to be respectful. Yeah, you can. If you wanted to just go to court trials on your own, you can. A lot of the cases are like done in open court, open to the public. I would say criminal cases, most of it, but some would be civil cases are open to public as well. So any person can go inside and observe what's going on. But the only exception is that there are certain cases that's done not in open court, not in like a courtroom. They're done in chambers for specific kind of cases. They are much more for a variety of reasons. Either it's because of the matter is like very confidential, it involves governmental secrets, or that involves minors like children and such, and it will be done in those chambers. Or on the other hand, it could be done in those chambers because it's very there's no need for a full trial to go on, probably a quick one. There's no need to be discussed on certain facts to make it quick and such. As a lot of reasons why case is not done in an open trial, in an open court trial kind of thing.
First of all, calm yourself, witness. I'm sorry. Didn't mean to snap. Now, hurry up with the testimony.
If you please.
Judge still looks a little shaken up. A lot of help he's going to be.
Part 2.
The side room was kind of dark, you know? So the costume is purple, right? The blood totally blended right in.
Right.
And I persuaded my sister it wasn't right to do something like that. And then I took my sister to the channeling chamber.
Oh, wait, really?
Yes, now I see. And you have given us a clear reason for why you didn't notice the blood. Yes, blood totally looks like purple.
You think? Thanks, Gramps.
Are you satisfied, Mr. Wright?
No.
All right, I guess not. Very well. You may question the witness.
Yeah, to further clarify, even though I'm not a lawyer that does sort of criminal litigation and such, we all of us who study law will have to learn it for our basics in college or university. So why I would know certain things about the criminal process, criminal trial process, or all that is you are forced to learn everything. A lawyer is supposedly, or even though you can specialize in certain areas of the laws or subjects and stuff, a lawyer is supposed to be able to represent anyone for anything that involves this sort of cases, whether it's civil or criminal. Because so our licenses to perform legal practice is not restricted to a certain area of subject or certain area of law. That's why we undergo a very, how do you say, heavy study. We have to learn civil process, we have to learn the criminal process, we have to learn everything about evidence submission, we have to learn about how police work, we have to learn how, on the civil side of things, how those processes work, how a person gets sued, all that, everything in general. That's why it's not easy. It's not easy to become a lawyer, even though maybe your goal or you're aiming to just go for maybe family law or medical law or property laws or something specific. You still have to go through, everyone has to go through the same process of learning everything so that you can, how do you say, practice anything you like. You don't have to be, you won't be you're a lawyer but your license is only limited to doing property laws. That would be too restrictive, I guess. It's because it's not like becoming a doctor, whereby it's very important to specialize into something very minute or nuance, just because of how highly technical certain medical knowledge is required for a specific area, for specific treatments and all that. Thank you so much for talking about it so in depth. Oh, no problem. I mean, I am a lawyer. If I am unable to explain these things, I probably am not doing a good job trying to educate people on legal information at the very least. But yeah, hence It's not everyone can study law. Even if someone asks me whether they whether to become a lawyer, whether to study law and become a lawyer, I tell them you have to seriously consider if you have a capability to get past this initial stage, right? At least in Malaysia, and for most part of how to get a license to become a lawyer, you have to pass through a really difficult examination. For most people, at the very least, called the CLP, which is just short form for Certificate of Legal Practice. But the CLP has an examination which is notorious for being one of the world's most difficult exam to take. From what I've been told by lecturers, it has like 30 to 40% passing rate. So imagine that there is 1,000 people taking the CLP examination. It would mean only 400 to 300 to 400 people would pass. 600 or 700 people would fail. And there is a limit, although I think they have lifted the limit maybe to re-examining, to take the examination again. But of course, it's not cheap. So a lot of people, after they try to do the examination a few times, they just give up, and it's quite sad, and it's expensive, and so that's why if you really don't have the perseverance as well as the know-how to study to do good in your studies, probably don't ever think about becoming a lawyer, because after being able to succeed in the examination, after getting a CLP, things are not easy as well. Especially depending on what you want to become. If you decide to become a litigation lawyer, you have to also consider whether you have the persuasiveness, the charisma, the social skills, the ability to convince people, talk in court, all that stuff. Talk to judges, talk to witnesses, talk to all kinds of people, and defend your client, or prosecute people if you want to become a prosecutor or something, or sue people. Of course, there's also that option. You have to have so many qualities to be a lawyer. It's no joke that most lawyers, even they do become lawyers, aren't very good. And I would say I'm one of those. I'm one of those people that can't really do litigation, right? I'm not afraid to say this. I as a lawyer, I or embarrassed to say this as a lawyer, I hate conflict. I hate arguing with people. It's just not me. Originally I became a lawyer because quite interestingly, is because of Ace Attorney. Ace Attorney made me want to become a lawyer. Although halfway through studying, I feel like, probably not my thing, but I feel like I'm really interested in the subject of laws and stuff. So I did pretty well, or decent, I guess, in my studies. So I eventually just went and focused more on documentation and office work. But then again, even then, I feel like I was doing pretty good job. I like being able to do research work. I like being able to do drafting of contracts and such. I also, even though I'm not going to courts and arguing with people, I'll still have to talk to people I don't like, and argue with them why certain, for example, like say arguing about contractual terms, whether it's favorable to my client or not, that kind of thing. So I was able to do all those things. It's just huge respect to you, Jake. Going through the learning just to help people in really difficult situations, don't save them. Yeah. So that's why eventually I think like after being a lawyer for like 5 years, people think it's a very honorable work, honorable job. I feel like, at least in the how do you say, the property or the property dealings of the market of the area where lawyers are specialized in, it's not really any different than a office job. It's not different from if you are working as a clerk or working as a in sales or anything like that. A typical office job, because most you do is just processing some sort of dealing, whether it's buying and selling a property or renting a property or helping a developer make sure that their project goes smoothly. Or I also did a bit of like sort of like drafting of wills. A lot of elderly come towards to the lawyers to help them draft wills, just because they won't go to litigators and all that, because we are the ones who specialize in properties and assets. So we know what we should be putting inside in those wills, at the very least, in relation to properties, accounts, and all that. So yeah, but the point is that all these people that I've been helping, I feel like anyone could help them. I feel like I'm not doing anything so special or like contributing to society any more than I can compared to the other average Joe who's working in a company, a typical company, whether it's an IT company, a food company, or whatever it is. I'm just like doing a job. So that's why I ended up deciding to completely stop practicing. I didn't, withdraw my license. It's just my license needs to be renewed if I want to go back to legal practice. But legally speaking, I am still a lawyer, right? I just feel like I have a passion for content creation as well. So why not utilize that to contribute or help people in this way instead, right? So that people can be entertained, but at the same time, people who normally are not able to have a convenient way to find people to talk about, ask for legal advice, quote unquote legal advice, but not really. I can provide that opportunity for people. That's why. So, and after doing this for like 2 years, I guess, almost 2 years, hasn't reached 2 years yet, but it's reaching 2 years. I'd say I've done something, I guess. Hopefully, I hope they have helped someone, or someone, or one or two people out there, with all my babbling of certain human rights, employment rights and all that kind of stuff, as well as in relation to copyright laws and stuff, which helps people with content creation in some way if they are interested. Going through the learning just to help them. But yeah, So really, doing this just because I feel like this is my way, or at least going back to the original plan of why I became a lawyer. Right, original plan to be a lawyer is to help people. At the very least, people that can't get the help they need normally, right? Because the clients I used to represent or help with, they all have the financial capabilities, they all have the connections to get legal advice, to get legal representation. So if anything, I'm just like continuing how capitalism is is working. Not actually providing some sort of like place, or some sort of like, I'm not increasing society's awareness on their legal rights. This is all I'm trying to say. Anyways, oh boy. ramble. I'll hydrate for now. All right, let's just continue. All right, so kind of dark, really. That's what I said, Phoenix. Because I thought it was pretty bright inside that room. Don't push your subjective opinions on Discord. I don't really think it's subjective, though, Francisca. Whether a room is bright or dark, it's very obvious, right? Like, that's right. Excuse me, but how is my statement any more subjective than Miss Minnie's? You're such a hopeless cause. Witness, you may feel free to ignore this little trite little man. Like, okay. Ugh, can't breathe. Let me out of here. Wake me up. You know what? I'm not going to press this. This is just ridiculous. Yeah, like persuaded by my sister it was, and like right to do something like that. Persuade what? What was your sister, Miss Mimi, like at the time? Well, she was like totally flipped out because she just shot Dr. Gray. But I think like she knew. She like said she did something really bad. And like she said she wanted to go with me to like apologize to Miss Morgan. Did Mimi spiritedly say that, all that to you? Like, yeah. Okay. Took my sister to the channeling chamber. Was your sister calm by that time? Like, I guess so. I guess maybe like taking her revenge on Dr. Gray like made her feel a lot better. I'd like to feel a lot better too, Mr. Phoenix, right? The sooner, the better. She says with a whip and a ready. And like, Miss Morgan was like the only one in the channeling chamber, you know? May I ask you one more thing, Miss Minnie? Like, sure. Was there anything you found strange, unusual, or just out of place? Something out of place? Like, what do you mean? When do you mean? When do you... Going to the crime scene. Were in the side room. Arrive in the crime scene. How about going to the crime scene? I'm talking about when you were going to the channeling chamber, of course. Like, no, nothing strange. She answered rather quickly. Now what? Think harder. I know you can remember something. Thank you for choosing this path and educating people. No problem. They say, I try to do what I do. I'm just a person. I'm just one person. I totally can't. That's not good enough. You have to explain yourself clearly to this court.
Do you think, Mr. Wright, that whether or not there was something odd on the way to the channeling chamber is all that important?
It's very important. It's to find out whether she's lying or not. I ask because it is very important. Not that I know where I'm going with this.
Very well. Miss Minnie, if you will, please include a statement about this in your testimony.
I don't get why, but okay.
Oh.
You didn't see anyone? Try to remember that time. Oh, I remember. I totally didn't see anyone on the way. I guess this really is a dead end. Something you finally pull out of witness is never the dead end, Phoenix. That's no good. I can't find anything wrong. Phoenix, the judge believes this testimony. If you don't find some sort of hitch in her statement, he'll end the trial. He'll end the trial, I know. We have to give it another shot. It doesn't matter how many times we listen, we can't give up. Okay, what do I present actually? I feel like I want to present Pearly though. Because Pearly is in the winding room, I believe. So it's not empty. I'm gonna do this. Yes, I was correct. You say that you didn't see anyone on the way to the channeling chamber. However, that is impossible. What do you mean? I'd like to introduce someone to you. This is Miss Morgan Fay's daughter, Pearl Fay. Interesting. You have a semi-intelligent look on your face, so what about this child? But you forgot half of the important people. You're good at this. Not really. I did really badly last week. Oh, you should have seen that. It just so happens that at the time of the murder, Pearl was playing in the center garden. It's your comeback. Well, I have my ups and downs, I guess. If it's all down, then I have to question myself. Am I really a lawyer? Or at least, do I have any common sense at all? The garden? Yep. Which means anyone walking through the area would have to have seen her. So, Miss Minnie, what do you have to say to that? No. How do you say that? No. As the court can see, she's a bit of an airhead. Also, she was leading her sister at that time. Do you honestly think she would have noticed a simple child playing? Preposterous. It's not preposterous, and I can prove it. But what's sort of foolish? There is no way someone walking along the winding way could have not noticed Pearl. Is it because Pearl has the ball? I guess. Or Pearl broke the sacred urn. Yeah, I think this would be it. This urn is my proof. An old cracked clay pot? What is that going to prove? Do you know why it's cracked? It's because Pearl broke it. That's why.
She broke the urn? Oh, yeah.
Why? Why do I feel like you're about to ruin my beautiful day? Because I am. This urn was broken around the time the channeling started. Ah! And Pearl was the one who put it back together, while sitting right in the middle of the winding way. What? Miss Minnie. Pearl was there in the winding way at the time. She was hard at work, putting the pieces of the urn back together, you see. If you couldn't see that while you were walking, I'd have to declare you legally blind. Grr. I don't think it's like that though. Would anyone really say grr though? I've never seen anyone in real life say grr. I think I have sufficiently proven one thing, Miss Minnie. You are a masterful liar. Ow! Now it's Argon.
Mr. Wright, you need to watch what you say.
The one who needs to watch what she's saying is the witness. So, Miss Minnie, tell us the truth. About what? About what? About where you really were at the time of the murder, of course.
Objection!
The witness just testified about that. That's right. I was like sleeping in a side room.
Can I really believe her? Was she really sleeping in the side room? There is no way. Your lies end here.
What do you...
The witness says that during the actual murder, she was asleep in the side room. And they say that's not possible, because there is clearly a contradiction here.
A contradiction? Where is this contradiction?
Help me, Mia. It's in her testimony just now. Earlier in your testimony, Miss Minnie, you made the following statement.
And like, Miss Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber, you know?
It's true that at the time, both myself and Miss Hart were not there. We had gone to call the police.
So? Wait, what does that like have to do anything with?
It's very simple, Miss Minnie. How did you know that fact?
How?
I can see that Miss Fay was the only person in the channeling chamber. However, someone who was sleeping in the side room could not have known that. Which means, Miss Minnie, you did, in fact, go to the channeling chamber. But you didn't go there by way of the winding way.
Quack!
So this girl is making a lot of weird sounds.
But look at the manor guide map. If one were to go between the side room and channeling chamber, one would have to use the winding way.
Yes, that's right, Your Honor. Which is why I asked this very important question. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Miss Minnie, please answer the question. Don't ask question of a baseless assumption, if you please. Well, I suppose you've put it out on the table, Mr. Phoenix, right? You might as well answer the question for us. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Also, Charles Phoenix. Yeah. The only person who could have killed Dr. Gray was Eenie Meenie. So now is the time to prove it.
Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your answer. Where was the witness when the murder took place?
She was here.
Take that!
Right? Miss Minnie was here. Of course.
But that's the channeling chamber.
Isn't that a crime scene? That's right. Miss Minnie was at the scene of the crime.
Order! Order! Order!
I had an idea for your future YouTube videos. Have you ever thought about analyzing video corporate drama, like what happened with the one that hired a minor? I think it could be really informative content to a lot of future YouTubers, etc. I actually don't want to do that kind of content, actually, Nisei. But I do thank you for your suggestion. Simply because I don't think I like doing that kind of thing. I don't like talking about drama that happens in the VTuber community. I would probably address it in streams if I have the opportunity to talk about them. I do know what you're referring to. Someone else, how do you say, told me about it, and I looked into it. I guess, you know, how do I say this? I've talked about this before. Maybe not in a stream, maybe in just like in social media in general. But I've said it many times. If you want to do something in a professional sense, like, you know, getting hired by an agency, a company, to become a professional VTuber or anything, don't treat it as like you're doing it as a hobby. Don't treat it as like it's just some internship that you're part of. Always treat it like you're doing a job, or treat it as like it's very serious. Treat it as like something that would affect your life very, very how do you say, not very, I would say it will have long-term consequences depending on what sort of decision you make in this sort of like environment. It's like what to keep an eye on for you. There is so much popping up with more shady, so I guess who to trust more than a lawyer? Well, as they say, last person you want to trust is a lawyer, because lawyers lie all the time. But yeah, it's a very simple thing, but I think a lot of people don't really keep in mind is that if you're doing something for a company, make sure you have a contract. Make sure that contract comes first, right? Don't let anyone tell you that, yeah, we'll make the contract. Just trust me. Just do all this work first, and we'll eventually come up with a contract, and we'll set things in writing and blah blah blah. Don't let all these promises. Don't let all this sort of like, if you don't do this now, you're going to lose your opportunity to grow, or blah blah blah. When it's like when it involves your life, it involves your reputation, your mental health, your physical health, this sort of things you can't take lightly. Because if you're doing it professional, it means you're going to do it almost 24 hours, especially in this type of content creation, right? Even if you're not streaming, you're most likely doing something behind the scenes. So depending on what the company requires you of doing, you're going to burn out. If they are the kind of company that is like forces you to or pressures you to pump out content like crazy, and not really have enough, not really showing an equal exchange of compensation for your hard work. That's what happens. That's what happens if you don't take these things seriously. Yeah, from what I know, termination of the contract was $100,000, which is insane. That one specific company. Yeah, I think I saw that tweet or something. But yeah, contracts whether you think they are useful or not, whether you think they are legally enforceable or not, don't take contracts lightly. Whether you sign them or not, whether you have signed one, be very careful of what the terms and conditions are. Don't let the other party tell you that, something like, don't let the other party threaten you with anything. Whether is it like, I think the most common would be, they would threaten you with, or if you let someone else see this contract, we're not going to let you sign it anymore. If someone tells you that, you don't even have to look for a lawyer. Just say no. That's the biggest red flag of someone that's being ingenuine, all right, towards you, of trying to do some sort of partnership or business with you. If they are telling you don't look for a third party's opinion on these terms and conditions, yep, it's not someone you can trust, not ever. Yo, Jake, if I ever get a contract in my life, I will ask you first. You can ask me, but I would still tell you to ask someone that is close to you, either relationship-wise close to you, or someone in your local area, right? Even if it's an online contract or if not a local contract, whatever it is, if you can go and have some sort of legal consultation with any lawyer you know, right? At least in Malaysia, I know consultations are free, right? People don't charge. Most people don't charge. Most lawyers don't charge for consultations. If you're just asking them, what should I be doing in this situation, right? Now, of course, you won't expect them to, like, you give them the entire terms and conditions and ask them to analyze every single one of them. Then they will probably charge you for the consultation. But if you're just like, if you let other people see terms and conditions, a lot of people are thinking, oh, this might be something wrong. Then you go and just ask this lawyer if this specific term, is it all right or is it bad? But yeah, all this is just to help you decide whether you want to proceed with the contract. If the terms and conditions are unfair, right? If they are unfair, negotiate. If you don't know how to negotiate, and you can't afford a lawyer to help you negotiate, don't sign it. That's the only thing I can suggest people. If they don't have the financial means to hire a lawyer to represent them to negotiate contract terms, right? Don't bind yourself to a 10-year contract just because people entice you with, oh, you're going to become the most famous VTuber if you join our company. We'll help you grow. We'll help finance all your assets and manage all your social media platforms, blah blah blah, all that. Don't listen to any promises. They are not writing. They're just words. They are not binding. Also, hello Shimo. Yo, well, that's a cool dream model. Yes, that's my Spooktober outfit. Hey. It's better to be safe than sorry. Yeah, it's better to be safe than sorry. But unfortunately, I don't think it's because people are ignorant why this happened. I just think it's because it's like any other entertainment industry. Even if there are 100,000 people, there are hundred thousands of people. Maybe 90,000 of them are very cautious, very careful people. They don't sign contracts willy-nilly like that. There's still going to be that 10,000 people who don't have that specific kind of carefulness. So those 10,000 people are going to be scammed, abused, exploited. So yeah, I won't really blame people for being ignorant or anything. It's just that, not everyone has the opportunity, has the capability, has the connection to stay safe. All right. So it's just an unfortunate thing that happens. That will always happen. And for most of us, or at least for me, I guess I try to help people to inform them that this is not necessarily safe. If people approach me, of course. Oh, I already shouted out Naysay, but yes. Good to see you. Yeah. But yeah, anyways, we can talk about it some other time, but yeah, it's a hot topic right now. It's a hot topic, right? Making pizza. Oh, you know how to make pizza? Oh, I wish I knew how to make pizza. Can you show you a picture of your pizza though? Hopefully. I want to see pictures of pizzas. It's frozen pizza. I don't care. I just want to see pizzas. I don't even have frozen pizza in my home. Alright, back to the game. Mr. Phoenix Wright, have you lost your mind? Yesterday's testimony established that only the victim and the defendant were in the chamber when the channeling started.
Yes, that is correct. Please, explain yourself, Mr. Wright.
Simple. Miss Eenie Meenie was hiding at the scene of the crime. I was hiding? Where? Like, where was I hiding? Are you hiding here?
Take that!
Here, of course.
Behind the folding screen? Oh!
Don't make me say this again. Recall yesterday's testimony. There ain't no way... How do I do a voice again? There ain't no way anyone was hanging out behind that folding screen. Okay. See, you stupid jerk. This is the exact pizza I bought. Oh. Let me see. Interesting website name. Nemlik. What does it mean? Oh. Pizza pancetta delicata. What language is this? Is this Swiss or something? Actually, what? Wait, no, not Swiss. Is Danish? Polish? Nemlik is like exactly in translation. Like it's used like easily to. Used like easily to. Oh, okay. Interesting. The words Danish. They kinda. How do you say? Sounds like French or Spanish. Although the alphabets, I have no idea what the alphabets are. They're a mixture of AE stuck together. There's some dots above alphabets. Anyhow, let's continue. Looks delicious. Exactly. Easily. Yeah. Oh. I see. We only have 3 special letters, don't judge. I see. Sorry. Quit being so mean. Quit being so quick to pin it on me, slime ball.
Now, Miss Meenie, one so young as you shouldn't be saying.
Shut it, Gramps, as if you know exactly how old I am.
I'm sorry.
Polish has more. Much more? Like a lot more. I see. Oh, good thing I didn't choose to. Probably much more difficult if I try to learn those languages. Looks like the pipe's about to burst. Guess I should help it along. Oh, she looks pompous now. The witness was hiding behind a photo screen with the help of this. I think this, right? Clothing box.
Hydrate.
Oh, I will hydrate, Luna. Oh, I'm a little busy, so I'm gonna park myself in the back. No problem, JMO. I know today's your streaming day. You know, it's like one thing that's unique, I guess, in my chat or my community is that most people that come to my streams are VTubers. I feel like out of 10 people, 2 are probably not VTubers. that do come here and say hello and such. So, you know, don't have to be shy and say you're going to be streaming or something. I have no idea how they are pronounced. AESCCZRZ. Oh my goodness, that's Polish. Oh, I see. Wait a moment. Oh yeah, Luna. Oh, Luna is doing art. I thought, maybe now doing art. So maybe because last I was watching her, she was playing Lies of P. How you were able to hide yourself at the scene of the crime is very simple. You were hiding inside this box. Ah! The tiny little box? No person could fit in that. Sorry, but your theory has already been disproved. Lotta disproved you when she was hiding from me in it. But that clothing box was in the side room, right? Which means there's nothing to do with the murder at all. My Twitch fans are super mixed, and I think that's why my community is very mixed too. Yeah, I think for most people that is commonly the case. I just somehow can't attract normal people, I guess. Not to say VTubers are not normal people, but you get what I mean. That's right, I was sleeping there, so I should know. That clothing box was there in his side room the whole time.
Mr. Wright, do you think you can prove where the clothing box was at the time of the crime?
Do you think you can prove? Yes, I can with some evidence. And now I present a piece of evidence that will prove this clothing box was at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. Take a look at this clothing box. You're so stupid. As there's anything sort of evidence in that old thing.
This? What on earth?
I don't have time for you to sit there surprised. Hurry up and say it already.
There's a hole about 8 inches off the ground.
A hole about 8 inches off the ground. Where have we heard that before? The folding screen. It had a hole at the same height. That's right. I hope this has opened your eyes to what happened. At the time of the shooting, the clothing box was sitting behind a folding screen, which is why the bullet from the pistol hit both the box and the folding screen. It went through the screen and then into the box. I don't really care much for specifically VTubers. I don't specifically watch that content, but when I watch VTubers, it's mostly OnlyFriends, so I would say I care more about gamers overall and not much about those labels. I think that would be what most people are, I guess. If a person that normally watches streams, I guess, because you know, if I have to be honest, hey Kinga, welcome. I'm gonna give you a shout out. not because I feel guilty or anything. But we are doing well. Did you just dab on me? Wait, did I dab? Like this? No, I don't think I dabbed. But yeah. Wait, what was I thinking? What was I trying to say? Oh no, my train of thoughts. Oh yeah, I before I started VTubing, I didn't watch streams. I had no interest in watching streams actually, until I started doing this myself. Then I realized, oh, it's not that bad. It's actually quite a unique experience to watch other people stream. I found enjoyment in like just chilling in art streams. I found enjoyment in just putting streams at the background and just listen to whatever's happening. I found it also enjoyment to be able to participate in streams, you know, talking to people as well. So yeah, but then again, I guess it's because of comfortability that I just choose I mostly choose to watch VTubers rather than streamers in general, or at least people that do show their face and such. I guess it's I don't know. In a way, I connect better with VTubers since I'm a VTuber myself, and we usually are able to share. We usually are able to talk about things that we share, we have experience in. So mostly that's the reason. Also, how dare you give it a shot? No problem, Ginga. Also, I see you play Splatoon 3 as well. A lot of people I know play Splatoon. Only now I kind of have time to interact. I had so much to do, but I've been lurking. No problem, Ginga. Knowing that you lurk around, gives me joy. I didn't hear last 3 minutes because I got pizza. Oh, well, the long story short, I started as a VTuber. I only started watching streams as a VTuber, so I mostly watch VTubers because I relate more towards them, and I think I can chat more with VTubers and be comfortable with them more rather than other kinds of streamers that either don't show their face or just like a webcam and such. I don't know, I feel intimidated. I feel intimidated somehow when I see a real person's face. Maybe that's just me, maybe that's just me. Anyhow, let's continue. Miss Minnie, you are hiding behind the folding screen, waiting for your chance. Yes, for your chance to kill Dr. Gray. Ah! Apologies for the weird screaming. Order. And then, Mr. Phoenix writes, what about this picture? Are you saying that the person in this photo is Miss Minnie? That is exactly what I'm saying. Miss Minnie, you are hiding inside this clothing box all along. And you wore a medium's costume to masquerade as Maya Fey. Every YouTuber has a flesh tuber. Those 3D beings can be scary and intimidating. I guess it's like partly of how I have some sort of like anxiety in regards to socializing with people in real life. I feel more comfortable messaging than talking if I'm in real life. Interacting with other people, I'm really afraid of like having a voice conversation with people, and I only think start to get comfortable with it recently, maybe this year. Last year I was like really I don't know, I was really afraid to do collabs and anything, or just in general join voice chat to talk to people. Just because I don't know, anxiety again. Just afraid to speak. But yeah, adding the elements of like looking at people seems to be a higher degree of fear, I guess. I just enjoy a good chat, no matter if YouTuber or not. I relate so much. You're not alone, Jake. Well, I don't know. It seemed they say you seem more. How do you say? Relaxed or easy to approach people on a first encounter basis, first impression basis. For me, normally it takes like a while. It takes a while for me to how do you say, butter up? No, I don't think that's the right word. To loosen up, yes, I think that's the word. To loosen up, even if, let's say, we have good chemistry, having conversations with each other, still takes quite a bit of time for me to loosen up and just be myself and not be on edge. Learn to take one day at a time, which helped me a lot. Oh, thank you, Luna. But yeah, VTubing helps a lot. VTubing helps a lot with my social anxiety and stuff. Where I would never think, where I would never imagine that I would, make friends. In real life, I would say this. The numbers of people I know are considered as friends, I can count in one hand. I don't even need two hands to count. That's how many people I actively talk to in real life, or do stay connected in real life. Yeah, lots of it is just overthinking in our own heads. I'm a very shy, anxious person, but if I never broke that bubble, I wouldn't be where I am. Yeah. I think that's the case. For I don't know. I feel like a lot of people really do shine when they are able to have a certain safety zone, I guess, so to speak. Safety in the sense of, because you are a VTuber, people don't judge. Oh no, that's not. Is that not right? Okay, it was slow. It was right. It was just slow. Wait, I did shout out again. We did shout out to Luna again, but well, double shouts, no problem. Yeah, because I guess that's another thing. You're afraid of being judged, because of certain characteristics or traits of yourself. And being a VTuber removes the at least it removes the part of the physical side of how do you say, insecurity. Yeah, lots of that is about befriending and getting to know what scares us. Realize that it wasn't a wolf but a puppy that turns out to be our best friend companion. Yeah, true. Although I would say I don't think I fear people. It's more like I fear being judged, the kind of thing. I think that's what social anxiety is. It's not because people are scary. It's more like you fear some quality of yourself is not good enough. So that's why you think, I would overthink certain things and avoid it. Try rather than confront it and accept it. Would avoid it. Avoid the situation entirely. But yeah, I'd say that's the difference between VTubers and the streamers in general. That's why I feel more comfortable in that sense. Even though I'm not the one that's like revealing myself, but I guess it's just seeing a real person reminds me of like chatting in real life or something, I guess. There's a voice telling you that that's how you actually is. Keep it in mind, because I don't think anyone would ever judge you in that way you just described. You're an awesome person, man. Thank you, Nacy. You're the most awesome person. You're like one of the most awesome person I know. Just from the few times we have interacted with each other. Don't think I can ever be like you. But I do hope you continue to be as you are. Even though that's it. Yeah, it's not because I want to be like you or be you. I'm not that so low. I don't have that such a low self-esteem to like, whatever I am, it's not worth being me. I still like some part of me, okay? Still like some part of me. Beautiful always. Yeah. It's just that I guess my personality and such would never be able to how do you say express in a way that like cheerfulness. I don't know. Can I be cute? I don't think I can. Can I be really hyper? I don't think I can. Can I be super excited about something? I can, but I probably can't express it externally. But it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. But I do how do you say, admire people who are able to do that. It's just an impossibility for me. The old beauty, always it's all perspective, man. Yeah, it's all perspective. We're just having we're just talking about it, I guess. It's not like I'm how do you say, this conversation is not me. The point of it is not to say that I suck or anything, or I'm bad or anything. Just I think that's just how conversation works. Just talk about yourself. Just that things that when you talk about yourself, it's not always how do you say, good thing. But it's good, at least for me. Even if I can't talk about good stuff or like happy stuff in general, I feel like this sort of like introspection kind of like conversations, trying to learn about yourself as well as learning about other people, is good. It's good for to improve yourself as well as understand other people and empathize or sympathize with other people. Some people express themselves differently. I'm just very feelings and emotions expressive person. I'm not taking this conversation that way. I see. But yeah, in a way, I'm showing how how secluded I am from society, because I find Nacy or I just got alt tab. Sorry. I just find it very fascinating that there are people like that out there, like Nacy or Shima or Luna, that which I never I don't think I would have encountered any of you, a person like you, in real life, I guess. Hello, Saint Dreamer 93. This is a bad case, but the story behind it is tragic. Yes, indeed. Indeed it is. A bit straightforward, I would say. It's not really, plot twist. I didn't think I would have thought about this. Then again, I played this before, long ago, like a decade ago. But yes, nothing really unique except that how the murder is performed, maybe still a bit weird in the sense that I feel like this is one of the few cases in this game where it involves supernatural stuff, but not really at the end. When you think about it, it doesn't really involve supernatural. Supernatural has, I guess, until latest game. I haven't played the latest game. Don't know whether that involves anything about supernatural, but yeah. Every Doctor is Killed is quite original. Yeah. Quite, don't really hear a story about this kind of like killing that happens, or a murder mystery like this that happens. But yes, welcome to the stream, Saint Dreamer. And yes, I'm a lawyer playing as a lawyer in Ace Attorney. And I played most of the Ace Attorney games, and I'm just revisiting all of it. I'm revisiting the second one, and after this, the third one. Of course, when the second trilogy comes out, I'll be revisiting that as well. All right, let's continue. Let's continue the case.
To masquerade as Maya Fey?
She had it planned from the very beginning. She would kill Dr. Gray and pin the blame on my client. Stop! I can't stand to listen to any more of this foolishness. If that's the case, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then I have a proposition. This whole idea that a witness moved the clothing box to the crime scene, pretended to be the defendant, killed the victim, and then fled the scene of the crime. It's not possible for one person to do all that by herself, correct? It's not possible. It really is impossible for one person to do all the preparations. That is... Ow! Need I remind you, the foolish receive no mercy. Wait, Miss Von Karma, you said it was not possible for one person, correct? What? You can't be serious. Oof. The same for Francisca. Ah, I see. You're a Francisca enjoyer. Miss Minnie, you had an accomplice. It's Pearl! Pearl's accomplice. Grr, this person. If it wasn't someone from Kurain Village, you couldn't have gotten the costume. If it wasn't someone from the Fey household, you wouldn't have that box to use. Balkan Fey.
Isn't that the wonderful lady witness we had earlier?
It's a shrewd, vindictive, less talented aunt. What do you have to say to this, Miss Minnie? Grrr, grrr. She's like a cat. She's like a cat. You shot Dr. Gray with your own two hands. Do you deny it? Of course, it is not going to be over. Okay. Wait, we're already done? That's quick. I don't think we're done though. I think this is what really happened. The murderer had planted herself at the scene of the crime long beforehand. Dressed in a medium's costume and wearing a wig, she pretended to be the defendant. And then the channeling started. The murderer crept silently towards the other two, both of whom they had their eyes closed. First, she drugged Maya Fey with strong sleeping agent. Then, she stabbed Dr. Gray with a knife. Next, she hid my client inside a clothing box. She hid that so she could take Maya's place and frame her for the crime. But that's when something unexpected happened.
Unexpected?
Yes. Dr. Gray was actually not yet dead. Poor Maya always getting into shit and it's not even remotely over for her. Yep. With the last of his strength, he fired a shot at his attacker. And that is why the hole in the folding screen was so low to the ground. I mean, I don't know. I guess it runs in the family. If I want to say it, yes, it runs in the families because, you know, Maya is dead. Maya keeps getting accused of murder. Now her own family, her own family, I guess relatives, Morgan and Pearl, are involved. None of their family, none of the Fey family is can escape from, you know, any sort of like this sort of a situation. Even both Mia and Maya's Fey mother was also involved in this sort of situation. You know, it's never ending. And that is why the hole in the folding screen was so low to the ground. The murderer then took the gun from Dr. Gray and Mia said, Mrs. Mia, Maya has shit luck. Pearl will never be master of the extraordinary channeling powers, and Morgan is a failed spirit medium. Yeah, shit luck. They should have not. If anything, I think they should have gone to the route of spirit medium, because from what I just learned, right, their family aren't always like a spirit medium specialized in doing, you know, that kind of work. It's just normal shrine maidens or something. But nope, they had to go and do this kind of work, and yep. Misty is MIA. Yeah, Misty is MIA as well. Of course, not. I think it's because of the from the case from the last case she handled as well. If you think about it, they're all cursed. Yes, they're all cursed. Starting from that the first Fae who was able to do the spirit medium thing, spirit channeling thing. Supposedly called Ami, based on the Buddha's name, Amitabha, which is also ridiculous.
After that, you and the other lady thought to break into the room.
Yes, a gunshot is certainly something you wouldn't expect to hear. Which is why, upon hearing the shots, we forced our way into the channeling chamber. Ami Faye, yeah, Ami Faye. Miss Millie. She immediately covered her own costume with blood and pretended to be Maya Fey. But that sort of deception would have been easy to see through. Which is precisely why Miss Morgan Fey chased us out. Please leave this area to me. Go quickly and inform the police. Hurry, before there are more victims here.
What is one supposed to say?
This is the real truth behind this murder. But I have to say though, Franziska sucks. I feel like Franziska is worse than Edgeworth in terms of prosecution.
Who is that? Laughing at a time like this? Ah!
Oh, you simple-minded fools. I'm sorry. Are you still by chance evolving?
What is it this time?
Miss Von Karma, surely.
Of course it was me. Do you really think someone of Von Karma blood would lose to do something this petty? Learned under Manfred. Francisca doesn't suck. She's just less talented than Miles. I don't know about that. She's 18 in this. She's 18 and she's a prosecutor now. She should be super good. I guess not. You know any prosecutors in real life that's 18? Well, no, probably because it's not possible. What in the world? Mr. Phoenix Wright, your argument is flawed in one very crucial area. And that is, if this witness is the real murderer, why would she go through all this trouble? Huh? She's a prodigy, but Miles is a prosecutor god, especially when he fights for the truth in later games. Yes, when Miles does his job for real, professionally, which that's how it's supposed to be, mind you. Not to make sure someone is guilty, even though you don't have good enough evidence. Simply doing your job, you become better, you become more successful. Not trying to cheat your way, or forge evidence and all that bullshit. Working together with the medium, pretending to be one, putting on this whole act. What reason would she have to do such foolish things? Well, that's, Yeah, that's right. Exactly what I was gonna say. Oh, and one other thing. Why would Miss Eeny Meeny want to kill Dr. Gray? Where is her motive? Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to say too. Yeah, motive. I don't have a motive. Motive? I can't say she has no motive here. I have to think of a motive now. What is her reason for wanting Dr. Gray dead? The reason you want Dr. Gray dead is this. I think it's this one. It's either this one or the other news clipping. Oh no! Ouch! Okay, so it's this, I guess. Ha! Just as I thought. Oh no! Wait. Oh no! You think I did this to get revenge for my sister's death? Oh yeah, I did the right thing. She may appear airheaded and dumb, but she's smart and calculating. Yes. She is, of course, mastermind of all this. Yes. Because through that accident, you suffered a lot of hurt and pain yourself. Don't be stupid. No one has proved that Dr. Gray drugged my sister, right? And you want to say I wanted to take revenge based on nothing?
What do you mean by that?
Senile, stupid Gramps. I'm going to explain, so please listen, okay? It's been over half a year since I was discharged from the hospital. If I want a revenge, then I wouldn't have waited this long. And besides, the guy that thought of the spirit thing was Dr. Gray. It was total coincidence he asked me about it, She's back to her airhead persona. Ouch! Pathetic, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You failed to support your own theory.
Well, if you let me finish my sentences. The end. Yeah, this, I feel like, you know, I'm unable to fight or win in this trial very quickly. It's just because people keep interrupting me, so I can't say what I want to say.
I think we have our answer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What Miss Minnie has stated is very true. The revenge plan is overly complicated and she has no motive in the first place. Furthermore, there is no reason for Miss Morganfay to cooperate with this plan. We don't even have any truly decisive pieces of evidence to demonstrate your point.
Tisk, tisk. So many faults, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You should really learn your place.
What happened? I thought I had her for sure. How do I do this? Like Michael Jackson?
See? Like, it's just as I, told you. I hope you like your slice of humble pie.
Very well. I now conclude the cross-examination of Miss Eenie Meenie.
Hold it!
Your Honor, please allow the defense 1 more minute.
All right.
You can't lose here. Have faith in yourself, Phoenix.
Mia. Also, you know, it's kind of silly. I guess it's not really relevant, but you know, Mia keeps, even though Mia's dead, she keeps getting summoned back into the real world, the living world. So, but when I think about it, it's like, is that right? Is it okay to keep summoning Mia back like this? Because she's already dead. Shouldn't she rest in peace and all that? You know, live in heaven for eternity? But no, she keeps getting dragged back into court, at least for a few times.
Yes, it does sound like a ridiculously messed up plan for murder, but you know, regardless, that girl trained for this crime.
Really?
Listen, Phoenix. Everything happens for a reason. There's a reason for why she had to kill Dr. Gray. And it is also the reason she had no choice but to kill him in this fashion.
Time is up, Mr. Wright. Your final answer, please. If you want to say that you can prove Miss Minnie had a motive, then why did she kill the victim in this way? Can you provide a reason?
Can I? Can I really do this? I think I can. Why can't I, though? Mia is a much better lawyer than Phoenix. It's only right. Yeah. Mia is... If anything, I feel like she's... If she didn't die, Phoenix won't be a lawyer. Phoenix will remain as just as an assistant or something. I'm not totally confident here, but I know that I must press on no matter what. That's right, Phoenix. Only you can do this now, because I'm dead. I will show you and substantiate the fact that Miss Minnie had a motive.
Ha ha ha. Too bad. You're too late. My cross-examination has already ended, after all. Eek! Interesting. I'll let you have your chance, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? You're supposed to be on my side. Hey! Von Karma only cares about the perfect win. As long as you have the will to fight, I will knock you down, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
That rhymed.
And I don't care if you are my witness, so help me, I will throw you out of my way.
No way! I think he would be a lawyer, he just wouldn't have been relevant. Meow would have defended Edgeworth in the DL6 case and Lara in the SL9 case. Yes, I think that would be the case. That's what I'm trying to say. Phoenix Wright won't really become like a good lawyer because he is still a bad lawyer at this stage. So most likely he would be reprised with the role of just assisting Mia Fey, probably doing documentation and stuff, which is kind of sad when you think about it. He will forever be Mia's shadow. Yes, yes, that's what I'm trying to say.
Very well. The court will take a 5-minute recess. We will continue the cross-examination after we reconvene.
Hey, what?
All right. To be continued. Yep. Let me take a drink before we continue. Ah, yes. I'm going to be voice acting for hours and hours. No, how do you say? No surprise that I'll probably get a bit tired. My throat will be tired a bit at the end. As long as there's not a lot of screaming, I guess I'll be fine. June 22nd, 12:04 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3.
Is it really true about my aunt?
I'm afraid so, Maya. There's no way Enid could have killed Dr. Gray by herself. And under the circumstances, there's no one else other than your aunt, Morgan.
That's terrible. Why would my aunt...
Wait.
Everything is going just as I predicted, Mr. Phoenix, right?
I think it's Franziska. Yes, it's Franziska. Morgan is such a sad, miserable wretch of a woman. Yeah, I would agree. Like, she's like the typical, I guess, family relative that is jealous of everyone and wants to destroy everyone and take everything for herself kind of person. You know, I feel like it's not just in TV dramas that these persons are like this. Many people are like this in real life as well. I mean, I feel like even my own family relatives, or I've heard people, family relatives are like that as well. You know, the typical stories of brothers, sisters fighting for inheritance. That's one thing that's very common. So it's not really far from reality. Riverdale's less talented sister who envies her most talented sister with all her soul and is willing to destroy her family to put her spawn with her household at the head of the clan. Yep. Heck, Miss Von Karma.
Why are you doing this? Why are you trying to take revenge on Nick? Nick has nothing to do with what happened to your dad. Don't you have something better to be worrying about? Say, your own situation? Ugh, looking down on me, even though we're the same age.
Are you done yet? You caused me enough pain and suffering.
Not yet. My goal is to defeat you and let the whole world know of your defeat.
But even if you do that, you won't bring back your father.
Oof. Whatever.
Yeah, you don't have to take a personal jab at Franziska, you know.
In the meantime,
let's bring this match to its conclusion. It's crazy that Maya and Francisca are the same age. Francisca sounds much more mature. Yeah. Both are at the same age, yet she's somehow, Francisca has like more lifetime experiences than Maya could ever have. And then we'll know who the real winner is. In this game, all the lawyers are like really, really young for some reason. Can't there be an old lawyer? Well, there is a old lawyer, and then he turns out he's a murderer. Yeah, in this game, in the series, there has been like, I haven't played all of them, but there has been like maybe 2 old lawyers or something, 2 or 3, not many actually. Like old in the range of maybe in the 40s above, but yeah. Phoenix is not young; he's 26. I mean, Phoenix started young. I think first game was like what? How old was he in the first game? He started young, and he grew. Of course, you know, with the series going, he had to grow old. 26 is young. Yes, 26 is young. Or I would say the right age to be a lawyer. Because I don't remember exactly, but I think I was around that age as well when I was when I started being a lawyer. Yeah, I was around that age. But yeah, nothing. Let me see. I don't think Phoenix Wright was. How old is he in the first game? Uh, 24. Yeah, he is really young. He's still really young, considering the average age of lawyers. We do play as Gregory Edgeworth in Investigation 2. He's in his 40s. Ooh, I didn't know about Investigation 2. Is a different Edgeworth. Oh, I'm planning to play it though. I don't know when I'll play it. I'd say until 30, 40, you're still young. Yes, you are in the lot, but I think at least until 35, you are still considered like a young adult. I would say, really, I guess it depends on what content, right? Of course, age doesn't really mean if you're old or young. Age is just a number. I think what we are looking more into is whether someone is mature or not. If someone can be as mature, if they are at 18 years old and they can be as mature as a 30-year-old, I would say, relatively speaking, they are quite mature. If someone is in their 30s, but they still act like they are in their 30s, not really, or maybe they are acting like they are in their 20s, and they would be considered immature, you know. I think you become in law at 30. You are no longer young when you hit 30. Really depends on the mindset, I guess. It really depends on the mindset. Although, you know, biological wise, growth wise, yeah, probably you've peaked at 30. You don't really grow anymore at that stage. Yeah, just physically, I think I can agree with Saint. Yeah, but you know, a lot of people who are old in their 50s, 60s act like kids. Kids in the sense of like not really caring about the world, just being very selfish, hurts people a lot, and all that. You know, there can be people like that. So age really isn't a determining factor of whether a person is mature or not. Anyhow, June 22nd, 12:10 p.m. Just record courtroom number 2.
Court will now reconvene. Mr. Wright.
Also, the judge is ageless, of course. The judge is immortal. Whatever game we play in, he always looks like this. So, I guess the only truly old person is the judge. Can like a child, but can also act like a child. I get that, actually. I can get that. Yes, Your Honor. Mental age is definitely a factor. Yep.
Can you prove Miss Eeny Meeny had a motive?
If we're talking about maturity, I feel like Judge fluctuates. He can sometimes be immature, but sometimes be very, very mature. Yes, I believe I can. Eeny Meeny and Dr. Gray have only one point of connection. The judge is ageless. And that is the car accident 1 year ago. The motive I'm looking for must be there. Miss Minnie, please testify to the court about your car accident last year.
Huh? I thought you wanted to ask about my motive? I don't see the point in bringing up the past.
Miss Minnie, if you please.
Okay. I totally don't think it'll do any good, but
it's like a symbolic monument who rules the court and upholds the law. Can be sweet, but he's very fair. I like the judge. Yeah, I mean, if the judge can't be fair, then what the hell are we doing? There won't be a game anymore. But also, metaphorically, yeah, that's he's or symbolically, he is he is supposed to be representing justice, fairness, and reasonableness, and all that. But at the same time, he's also still literally ageless, because from the first game to the last game, he still remembers Phoenix, right? He still remembers all the characters, so it's still the same person. It's still the same judge. So you can't really say, oh, it's just a different judge that just looks the same. But no, it's the same guy.
it was last year in May. Something really bad had happened at my sister's clinic around then. The night of this accident, my sis was totally tired while she was driving. I was totally pooped too, so I fell asleep in the passenger seat. I woke up because of a jolt, and was a sea of flames around me. I opened the door and got away.
Don't worry, even when the judge seems against you, he can be your friend too. Just even convince him a little bit more. I also like how the judge gets intimidated by Manfred, impressed by Miles, and annoyed by Godot. Yeah. But at the very least, the thing though is that it seems like Judge might be intimidated by a lot of people, but when things seems to be how do you say? When he finally knows, right? When he finally knows that the accused is innocent, then he will be like, "Yep, I'm not taking any more bullshit. Whether you're the police commissioner, whether you're the chief prosecutor, or whoever you are, nope, I find that person not guilty." Yeah, because that's the thing. Yeah, which I like about this game is that, yep. We don't want to add another stupid element of corruption for the judge. How that would work, I don't know. It's so convoluted, and even if, let's say, the judge is corrupted and Phoenix Wright has to find a way to uncorrupt the judge, I don't think that's how it's going to work. or uncover that the judge is corrupted. Except for I guess it did happen, kinda, but not really. No, not really. With the Great Ace Attorney too. I also like how even Demon Gaunt couldn't face the judge. When the judge makes up his mind, he can't be swayed. Yeah. Demon Gaunt.
I think I've heard of this incident.
It was all the talk on the tabloid shows, day after day, last year.
Yes, and there was talk about Dr. Gray drugging your sister. What?
Those were merely rumors, a totally baseless gossip.
Yes. Mr. Wright, you may question the witness.
Tim Gann was a badass villain, though. I can agree on that. If we're talking about like a really, really good villain, a mastermind, criminal mastermind, Demon Gant is probably one of the few. Not Demon Gant, right? Damon Gant, but I guess it's the pun. Really good at plotting. Really good at plotting stuff. What will you do if you catch the judge in a bad act? Can you sue him? Who is responsible for him? Who is responsible for him? Other judges would have to take a step to. I actually don't really know I don't think it's all systems, but if the judge is not how do you say, presiding a case well, the most normal thing, the most common thing that would happen is, depends on where that judge is sitting. Is he, what level of that judge is sitting? Is he the magistrate, which is the one of the lowest court of judge, or is he a high court judge, or is he a court of appeal judge, or is he a federal court judge or Supreme Court of judge? So if you think, the judge made a mistake in their decisions, or it was not fair or anything like that, then you will do something called appealing. All right. So you will appeal the decision against the decision judge make, and another set of judges that is more higher up will decide whether the judge did make a mistake or was wrong or was against the law or did something sus, so to speak. They will decide whether if they decide they made a mistake, then they will overturn the judgment. They will do something, or they will tell the lower court to do another retrial, and probably replace with a new judge as well. All that kind of stuff will happen. I'm talking about, for example, normal citizens catching a judge in corruption or crime. Well, that would be police work. Depending on the country, the local law enforcers. In the United States, maybe it's the FBI, possibly. I feel like if a judge was corrupt, it would be a federal offense. So yeah, so not exactly a police, but some sort of like a police force or law enforcer that will take actions against those people in government, either in the administrative executive section or the judicial section. Those are the people who will take actions against anyone that is suspected of corruption, that kind of stuff. That's why, that's what's happening with the Donald Trump stuff. Donald Trump is a former president of the United States, police and the police don't have the right to arrest him, but FBI would have the authority to arrest and charge him for all this stuff. See, thank you. No problem, Kinga. Thank you for asking. Right now, it's impossible to prove that Dr. Gray did in fact drugged Miss Minnie's sister. Yeah, which means I'll have to work this from another angle. Right, what angle can I work on this? Which statement sounds sus? Really bad happened at like my sister's clinic around then. Let's press this. That was the malpractice incident where 14 patients died, correct? Yeah? What was the cause of the mistake? Like, I heard it was caused medicines, like, got mixed up. Was that the fault of your sister, Mimi Minnie? Like, no way. Dr. Gray, like, wanted to blame it on my sis. That incident has nothing to do with our murder here. Besides, the police report has already documented that it was entirely Mimi Minnie's fault. Which means, as far as the real facts are concerned, Mimi Minnie is the one who made the mistake. But, like, it really wasn't my sis. Alright. She was totally tired. You mean exhausted. Like, she had to talk to the police and, like, was being investigated, like, every day. Oh, I don't like to... I don't like how she speaks. It was like a totally terrible situation. Who says like every other... Not every other sentence. She says like twice every sentence. It's no wonder then that the cat's gonna happen. Huh? What's harder? So then, why did you ask to switch places? Huh? Like, what are you talking about? I meant switch drivers. Like, this is a totally obnoxious way to speak. Like, please stop. Like, thank you. Yes. If your sister was so tired, you should have switched with her. True. Ah, but like, I don't like have a driver's license. This is news to me. I was not aware you didn't have your license, Miss Minnie.
Miss Minnie, please amend your testimony.
Like, okay. Anyway.
Ah, contradiction.
So I like fell asleep in the passenger seat because I was chilled and like, wait. My sister was totally trying. I was totally put to as I fell asleep in the passenger seat. Wait, is that true? Francisca always has a whip at the ready. She always has. Oh! Oops! I didn't mean to thrash that! Ah, bloody hell. I just wanted to look at the thing. Okay. During a car crash, one of the members escaped playing locations ongoing as we feel that the driver had fallen asleep at the wheel. To retire and drop off to sleep, then there was this crash. See, it was like still half asleep, but I opened the right door and like got out. Look at anything else. Okay. Totally pooped too, so I like fell asleep in the passenger seat. The accident happened at night, correct? Yeah, like it was at like 1 a.m. so I think I had like a paper due like really soon, like no, please. So like I hadn't slept and was like working real hard. So it was because the two of you were so tired that this accident happened. I like woke up because of a jolt and like it was a sea of flames around me. And your sister, what happened to her? I didn't see her. The car was like totally black and there was like a ton of smoke. I like totally had like no clue what was going on. Drinking game, take a shot at Chinese. No, it's impossible. I'll get drunk straight away. Please tell us about your escape in more detail. I like kept wanting to forget that time, so like I don't really remember things about the incident in like detail anymore.
Well, it's all right. No need to push yourself.
I think I like gave an interview after the accident. Like that would probably be the most accurate, you know? If it's that article, they've already got it. Oh wait, she does have... Okay, it's this one I want to press. Right? I'm gonna press it. Yay, I'm correct. Miss Minnie, that was a lame lie just now. Like, what do you mean? I know you had a license back then. Also, I think you can't really lie about licenses, right? Like whether or not you have license, I believe. I don't know what's the equivalent of like a government office that issues out driving licenses. Anyways, they probably would have a record of it if the person does have a license or not. This is a photo you took for the express purpose of getting a driver's license. Well, it's just a photo. How do we prove there is an intention for it to be a driver's license?
What is the meaning of this, Miss Minnie?
That's right. Yeah, I had like a license, but I didn't get it until after the accident. No, you had it. You had it at the time of the accident. Director Hottie, or the guy pretending to be him anyway, said so. What? Are you talking about that perverted fake clinic director? Yes, that perverted clinic. Ouch! No one cares. Witness, when did you really receive your driver's license? Like last November. What? November? The accident happened last May. That's a half-year lapse in time, Mr. Phoenix, right? Francisca's fucking ruthless, yes. What in the...
That's what happened, Mr. Wright.
Okay.
At the time of the accident, Miss Minnie did not have a driver's license.
Ugh. Ow! Cry, and my whip will accommodate.
Anyway, without a license, the witness and her sister could not have switched drivers.
I'm like, glad you get it, but like, even if I had my license, I like, don't think my sis would like, let me drive. Yow! Don't just stand there. Ming, don't to yourself. Now you too, Mia. With the whip, the pain, and the ow. Jake, what would happen if a prosecutor wanted to bring a weapon, whip to the courtroom? Would I be allowed? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I don't know how it's like in the United States, but in Malaysia, you can't carry anything that would be considered a weapon. Especially in a court, alright. I've only learned like court shenanigans, at least when I studied, like when I was studying about contempt of court, court contempt, or however you want to say it. Basically, an offense against the judge or court. What there has been many things that the either the client or the witness or the lawyer themselves have done something against the court, which would incur their wrath. Basically, for those who don't know what contempt of court is, it's basically a judge will on the spot do a summary trial, sentence whoever did the deed against the court. For example, threatening the court. That would be the most simple thing, or lying to the court of some sort of like fact, or actually trying to commit violence against the court. So how do you say this? All of them ended up not good for any of them. Either they were fined, or they were sentenced to a imprisonment, probably not long, but still, just by bringing a weapon on to the court. I think the judge will do something about it. Okay. I don't think anyone else. Maybe if we are talking about United States, I'm just guessing here. Probably only people who are authorized, maybe like the bailiff, the police, or something, can hold their weapons, can carry their weapons. But I don't think prosecutors or anyone else should carry any weaponry. And also, this is only from dramas that I've seen. Courtrooms have like metal detectors, so yeah, you can't bring any weapons in the United States courts. I guess that's the only thing I'm not certain. Since United States is like one of the few countries that has like it allows the common citizens to carry weapons on them on their personal possession. Anyways, moving on. Miss Minnie, why do you think you would not have been allowed to drive anyway? That's because...
I think the situation calls for a more detailed testimony. Miss Minnie, if you please.
Like, how annoying. Oops, like, sorry, didn't mean to be mean. Like, around that time, I was like really close to getting my license. My sis was like this totally big fan of cars and like really valued them. She like has just gotten this really shiny bright red sports car. She like would say things like, "No way am I letting a noob drive my car." So like that's why I ended up in the passenger seat that night too.
I see. A bright red car for sports. You mean a sports car? Now then, the defense may question the witness.
I'm not terribly knowledgeable about cars, but... I'm going to argue, sports cars don't have passenger seats. Well, they do have, though. All the time was really close getting my license. It was like really big fast girls, like really badly do. Shiny bright red sports car. It was a new car.
Yeah, she had like just gotten it. It was like from the UK.
The UK? Were those her boyfriend's initials?
Yes, her boyfriend is United Kingdom.
And it was a really special model. She had waited for a whole year for it to arrive.
I guess her love for cars would be the obvious next topic. Press harder. I really don't know anything about cars, but I have a feeling this was bound to come up. Your Honor.
Yes?
The judge is so cruel. Nobody clarified to him as well. Nobody explained to him what UK means. Please have the witness append what she just said to her testimony.
You mean the part about it being a special import car?
Yes.
Well, if you like cars so much then...
That's not my point. Though to be honest, I don't know what the point is either.
Miss Minnie, would you please fix your testimony?
Sure, whatever. From England. I yelled, hold it, pretty forcefully, but I don't actually know what to ask about cars. Ask for the heck of it. So yes. What am I supposed to pick for the topic? Let's start with this. Why are British cars good? Like, huh? They're expensive, and their driver's seat is opposite to our cars here in the States. It would seem there's no benefit to owning one. Like, huh? This whole steering wheel on the right side thing, it's kind of goofy, isn't it? What do you know? That slick shape, the valve starts and the raw feeling of manual transmission, the cool breeze of the AC. Ugh, forgive me. My personality really changes at the drop of a hat. It's interesting, isn't it, Phoenix? Bit by bit, we're beginning to see the real contradiction behind this case. Was your sister good at driving? She was like totally awesome. She like said she was going to be the like racing queen of the nursing world. She just gave herself up. Yes, she just did. Somehow, I think she bumped my question off track again. Hold it. And that was when the accident occurred, correct? Like, yeah. I like immediately reached out for the passenger's side door and fled like in a daze.
Sounds like you had a terrifying time.
There's something very big here. It's going to be hard to break apart such a natural sounding testimony. We have to attack it. By doing so, a flaw will show itself at task. It has to. Do you really think so? Believe. There's a path. I know it. I almost sounded like a prophet for a second there. Alright. Also, you know that Mia is a bad lawyer because she already figured out the true nature of the culprit. Still wandering in the dark. Yeah. She is. But, you know, for my problem is that what should I present? Should I present? Is this the statement I should present? And what should I present? I feel like this is the statement I want to present since she says like she was coming out of the right door, and right door, I didn't know that in British cars right doors are driver seats on the wait, yes, it is on the right. Yeah, in UK cars are on the right, which is the same as in Malaysia. It's also on the right. It's either this statement, but then it's not really contradicting with this statement. So I feel like it's this statement that I should be presenting against with this evidence, right? Well, I'll start looking at the guide once I don't have enough health. Yay, I'm correct. Miss Minnie, do you remember this article? It's an article about accident. You have said this in it. But I'm bad at right now. Phoenix, I guess, you know, just repeating it without an accent or anything. But I opened the right door and like got out. That's correct, isn't it? Like, you have to say it like my voice, you know? Why are you suddenly asking me about that? Phoenix will mock a witness voice in court. They're gonna enter the lock mode from now. No problem, they say. Thank you for coming by. And hope, you know, whatever you're doing, next, wink wink, is going to be fun and enjoyable. Alright, see you next time. See you later. Thank you for the good chat, and I hope the rest of the stream will be as fun. Yes, it will be. It is. Your Honor, which side is the passenger seat? The left or the right?
Well, it's on the right side, of course, because the driver is on the left side.
That would be if it were an American car. It would be the opposite in a British car.
Opposite?
The two of them were riding in the British car. In that case, the passenger side would be left side. Would be the left side. Ah!
What do you mean by this?
Miss Minnie, you say that you had escaped using the right side door of the car. But if you were sitting there, that you means you were in the driver's seat. Ah! She just killed you right away. Yeah, she did.
Oh, order! Order in the court! Order! Order! Order!
That was funny. Mr. Phoenix Wright is blabbering nonsense again. Eni said the person who was driving was her older sister, Mimi Minnie. That is what Eni said, yes. But that is where her story falls apart. Somewhere, all of us made a big error in our assumptions. Phoenix, it looks like we finally found the real root of this murder. If we connect all the dots, there can only be one answer. I'd like to ask the court a question. Eni or Mimi, who was really driving that night? Mimi! The answer is the one person who had her driver's license, Mimi Minnie. After all that, makes her the only person who could legally drive.
But you just said the witness, Miss Inimity, was the one in the driver's seat.
Which leads us to the next question. Then
Next question.
okay, all of them say the same thing together. Who is the person standing at the witness stand right now? What sort of idiotic ruse is this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? This witness name is... I'll tell you what her name really is. This witness' real name is... Mimi. You know, I guess it's like a pun for people who in cartoons, I guess, when they sleep they go Mimi. So her name is Mimi Minnie. This. Take that! Oh no, that was if I made a mistake, I would have gotten a game over. Mimi Minnie. That is your real name. Of all the foolish tribble. But then, how do you explain her appearance? This witness had severe facial burns when she was admitted into the hospital. So for the purpose of facial reconstruction, the surgeons used a picture. Facial reconstruction surgery? This is the picture she gave to her doctors at the time. That's right. It's a picture of a younger sister. No!
But Mimi Minnie, she died in the car accident.
That's what everyone thought. However, that was not the case. But then, the body they found at the crash site. That was the body of the real Inimini. Isn't that right, Miss Mimi? That car accident 1 year ago. The one who died that night was Eenie Meenie. Her sister, Mimi, then stole her face and name, I guess, and was reborn as Eenie. With this, she effectively erased Mimi Mini from existence. Mimi. Your Honor, I'm sure you can now see why Mimi had to kill Dr. Gray.
Oh, what? Ah!
Couldn't even say the judge's lines. What is the meaning of these lances? Oh, thank you for the follow, Saint. Hope you enjoyed the stream. I guess in the future. Well, to give you notice, I do this only once a week. Every other stream is something else. So yeah, because I'm a variety content creator. Don't just do Ace Attorney streams. If I did Ace Attorney streams, I probably would have run out of things to stream, I guess. Dr. Gray wanted to call back the spirit of a dead person. Specifically, the spirit of his nurse that died in the crash, Mimi Mini. However, that would have not been possible. It's called we all play different games. Yeah. Because Mimi Mini was still in fact alive. Oh yeah, that's correct. It's very correct. It's something I didn't think thought about. Like, why couldn't Maya conjure the dead? Oh, it's because she's not dead yet. And that fact would have been discovered had the channeling been conducted. So this witness had to stop that from happening at all costs. And that's why she had to kill Dr. Turner Gray. Is that what you're saying? As a good spirit medium, she definitely would have managed. Yeah. Yes. But the channeling. Dr. Gray had the misfortune of consulting this witness about communicating with the dead. And in that moment, his fate was sealed.
Whoa. Well, Miss Eenie. Oh!
It always takes me by surprise. I always think Francisca is not going to stop whipping the judge, but no. She's going to just whip the judge anytime she likes. Why did you say my name just now? Okay. Looks like I've been unmasked. Oh, witness? No, she ripped her head apart. That's right. I admit it. My real name is Mimi Mini. That quack doctor, he got what he deserved in the end. We don't even need to interrogate. Oh wait, sorry. Cross-examine Morgan Fay. And I was so close to ditching Mimi too. If it weren't for those, if it weren't for you, what is it? What was that sentence again? Meddling lawyer. So close. If she whipped the judge in real life, she would lose her badge on the spot.
But why?
She would lose a badge and also probably get imprisoned, not just for court of contempt, but also, literally committing criminal offense. I would say this is assault, plus battery, plus anything else.
But why? Why would you go so far as to throw away yourself to become your own sister?
I think I understand why. Mimi Minnie wanted her old self to disappear because of this. Like I said, quite a sad story. Because I guess newspaper clippings again. Wanted her old self to disappear because of this. All this. Because she really... I'm gonna say it's because of this. Because she was really at fault. Maybe? We'll see. That's my gut feeling at the very least.
Take that!
That's about the malpractice incident. Yes, it was her medical error. Yeah, yep. Dr. Gray was right. The mistake was caused by the nurse. A nurse by the name of Mimi Minnie. That's right. The person standing before us today. And a few weeks after this mishap, Mimi Minnie had a car accident in which she lost her younger sister. The timing couldn't have been worse. 14 patients dying in that incident, and her own sister's life extinguished. I don't think she did it on purpose, though. She was overworked and exhausted. I mean, who intentionally wants to kill their patients? I don't think anyone wants that. It was all too much to bear. I found a way for myself to escape it all. The only way. She lost everything in the flames of that accident. Her sister. Even her own face. It was her last chance. The chance to throw away her past and start a new life as a sister.
Unbelievable. A plan beyond my wildest imagination.
But then again, even if, let's say, if she didn't try to kill Dr. Gray, and the spirit medium, the spirit channel, the ritual failed, wouldn't exactly indicate that, oh, actually Mimi Minnie is still alive, right? I don't think people would reach that conclusion, right? Or I would feel like the more logical answer would be Maya just couldn't do it, right? Then that the case would just be dismissed just like that. Unless, of course, Maya couldn't do it and ask Pearl to do it, I guess. And if Pearl couldn't do it, yeah, something definitely is wrong, I guess. But yeah, it's a maybe, I would say. It's a maybe for me. Like, Mimi didn't really have to kill her. Didn't really, not kill her. Didn't have to conjure up all this plan to kill Dr. Gray. That could have been she could have continued to live her double life, I guess. That jerk. If only he hadn't thought of channeling Mumbo Jumbo. Mumbo Jumbo. Becoming Inu has been the most horrible experience in the world. Spirit channeling, the occult. I hate it. I hate it all. At the very least, this murderer didn't go insane.
I believe there are still a few unresolved riddles here, such as why did Miss Minnie choose to go with such a complicated plan? And why did Miss Morgan Fay agree to help her execute it? Regardless, I believe one thing has been made crystal clear.
The innocence of defendant Maya Fay. This is preposterous. But in truth, people were already convinced Spirit Medium were fraud because they thought wrongly that Misty made the wrong DL6 killer. They would have blamed the Spirit Medium for sure. Yeah, it's not like, yeah, they are ooh, the Spirit Medium has a good reputation to begin with. I'm perfect. Me, Franziska von Karma. I'm going to enjoy the news tonight, Miss von Karma. How about you? It's going to be broadcast all over the world, right? Your defeat, that is. Ouch! 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 Ow! 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 Oh. I'm dead. You're definitely not perfect, Franziska, but I still love her. Phoenix! Hang in there, Phoenix! Phoenix! Yeah. And I still don't know why she couldn't. she isn't, arrested for this, charged for this. This court is a fraud, a sham.
Now then, it looks like it will be some time before Mr. Wright regains consciousness.
I was whipped until I went unconscious. Wow, that is pretty bad,
So I will go ahead and pronounce the verdict. Not guilty.
Yay!
That is all. This court is adjourned.
This is a criminal act, the place that's supposed to uphold the law, like WTF. Yes. Yeah, this one is like whipping. And I think Godot one was like throwing coffee at people. What else? I think Miles didn't do anything bad. None of anyone else that I can remember has done anything bad. Except for the Great Ace Attorney, I guess. In Great Ace Attorney, the defense lawyers could carry katanas. So that's one really weird thing. And I guess he, in the first case, in Great Ace Attorney, they did use the katana to cut off, to cut the prosecutor. Kazuma was definitely doing illegal shit. Miles is a good boy. Miles is a good boy, yes, indeed. He's serious, but it's not like anyone else. Yeah, cut off Kazuma, cut off the person's wig. Oh no! I didn't read the thing. What else? Congratulations, Maya. Sis! Oh, is this the first time she's talking to her after she died? It's good to see you, Maya. It's good to see you, Maya. How are you doing? That kid was using his hawk to poke people. Oh, yeah, I don't really remember that one. It's such a long, not really that long ago though. It's like the last Ace Attorney game I played before I stopped. Really forgotten a lot of things. So many games, so many Ace Attorney games. Good thing I forgot, because I can play all them all over again, experience them like it was the first time. It's good to see you, Maya. How are you doing? Sis! I didn't kill anyone, did I? For the second time. No, you didn't. It was all just a dream. It was just our bad luck. We're cursed. Our family's cursed. A really bad dream. Sis, in my dream, I smelled a really familiar scent. A familiar scent? I was inside that clothing box, right? That box. That was the box you used to sew your clothes in a long time ago. That's right. Beautiful sisterly love, yeah. There's still one thing I don't quite get. What's that? What would happen if Mimi hadn't shot Dr. Gray? I mean, we broke in because we heard a gunshot. I think Mimi had planned to open the door to the chamber herself. And then you and Lotta would have witnessed quite a scene. A possessed Maya Fey who had just committed murder. Also, Maya's resting her head in a place I wish I could rest my head on. Suffocate. Ah, don't we all do? Don't we all? She had it planned down to the smallest detail, huh? Nick! Congrats, Maya.
Thanks. Looks like you bailed me out of another jam.
Well, you know.
But I really don't want something like this to happen ever again.
Oh boy, don't jinx yourself, Maya.
I'm fine because I have you to help me out, Nick. But every time something happens, I lose someone special to me.
Yeah, probably, you know, just stay away from me. I attract death. Anywhere I go, there's death.
First my sister, and now my aunt. Hey, Nick, tell me. Tell me why my aunt went and did something so horrible.
Why am I going for a surprise?
Why would she help me, Minnie, with a plan like that? I just don't understand it, Nick.
Maya, it's over. Why don't we just let it be?
Nick, please. I need an answer.
The reason Morgan helped me with her plan was... I feel like I should present Pearl, because none of the evidence seems to really say anything. Right? The reason Morgan helped me with her plan was... not Army Faye. Pearl Faye. Well, if I'm wrong, I guess.
Pearly?
Oh, I'm right. 4 years from now, a new master will be born into Kurain village. And that person will be you, Maya.
And?
But if you weren't there, then the main family's bloodline would disappear. And what would happen then?
The Branch family. My aunt.
No. Morgan's spiritual power is too weak. Next person would be Pearls.
Ah!
Everything was done for her sake. It was all so that Pearls would become the next master.
Yeah, I can see that.
Did Maya say something just now? I think that she was saying, I thought so. Morgan is a scrub. She has no shot. Date and time unknown. Detention center. Solitary confinement cell 13.
My precious Pearl. You are the one suitable to be the master of Kurain. Dear child. I sacrifice it all for you. I helped that brainless nurse carry out her murder and cooperated with a weepy, happy prosecutor. It was all to unseat that annoying, witless main family girl, that Maya Faye. But I shall be patient, my dearest Pearl. A chance will present itself. Your time will come.
Bom bom bom. Episode 2 reunion and turnabout. The end. Oh, so quick. Alright, a brand new episode has been added. Okay. Well, should I continue? Should I not continue? It has been 1, 2, 3. It has been 3 hours plus already. Yeah. Unfortunately, I guess I'll have to stop it here. Right, saving it before I totally forget. Because Morgan's not even close to done with the evil effing schemes. Yeah. But we'll see. We'll see next time. Alright. Thank you so much for watching. For those that are watching this in the VOD, thank you for dropping by. If you like what you see, maybe give it a like, subscribe, and look forward to the next one. But yes, before now, we have to end it and only begin the next episode, episode 3. See what it's all about, because I totally forgot. And yeah, so that will be it. Take care, stay hopeful, be critical, everyone. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.